me see here. Guys, as you come in, hit the like button. I know this is a late night stream. Well, actually, early morning stream on the East Coast. I'm trying to see who was up. I couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what? Let me wake up and do a live. I could have done a video and just uploaded, and I'm like, no, I'm going to do a live. And I'm going to talk about my favorite tight ends. Pause. Yes, my favorite tight ends.
I really encourage you to see if there is can save you some money.
Excuse me here.
They offer a whole lot of options for your coverage.
Mute. Let me mute that. Yes, sir. What's going on, KR? What's good with you, bruh? Yes, sir. Okay. So, guys, let me talk about. I'm gonna start from 5 to 1. I'm gonna talk about my top 5 tight ends, and I also have an honorable mention guy. It was almost a tie for number 5, so I had to do an honorable mention. Guys, you know it's get ready to be football season. You know, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get my shovel and start digging ditches, right? So that means I'm ready to start grinding. Yes, sir, bro. You already know it, Zach. I see you, Ro said it's late. Yes, sir. You know it, Zach. You know it. You know it. KR says, I have the 5th pick in my draft, and I will draft Bijan at all costs. I understand that. This is, to me, running backs look sweet on the board. Pause. Excuse me. I love the running backs this year. I'm not saying that I'm a running back guy. I'm switching off. To me, I'm just taking the best value on the board, the best boom player. And to me, in the first round, guys are fading some of the really elite running backs like Bijan, Breach. I know y'all call him Brees. I call him Breach Hall. That's what my channel, we make fun of me saying Brees or Breach. But yeah, the running backs, I think Saquon Barkley is good. I think Devon A-Chain is good. There's a lot of value at the running back position. Even CMC. People are taking CD Lamb number 1 overall. Shit, at number 7, 1-7, 1-8, 1-6, 1-5, I'll take CMC there. I don't want to take him number 1 overall. I'm most likely taking Tyreek Hill and then Amara. Those are my 2 top picks this year. But that's for a whole nother video. Let's get on to the tight ends. Pause. Okay. So let's start. My first honorable mention guy is going to be Kyle Pitts. Yes, guys, Kyle Pitts. And the reason why I love Kyle Pitts is because of the talent himself. Now, if you're going off what he's done in the past, then this doesn't look like a good pick. But if you can't be trapped in the past, you can't be trapped in the closet. You have to be able to look past what you've seen in the past, right? You have to be able to look into the future. It's like stocks. If you worry about what happened yesterday, it's going to handicap you from looking forward into the future, making a great assessment. And Kyle Pitts, with Kirk Cousins being his quarterback, is probably going to be hyper-targeted. And this guy's a 6'4", 6'5" guy who can run. And he's a contested catch type guy. He can jump over any linebacker, any corner. Now, is he the best route runner and the quickest guy out of his breaks? No, that's not his game. His game is throw it up and I'm going to come down with the ball. Kind of like a George Pickens type, right? George Pickens is not the fastest guy, not even the greatest route runner. But if you throw it, even D-Hop, but if you throw it to a spot where, like, high, he coming down with it 9 times out of 10. So I believe Kirk Cousins, at his expertise, being in the league for years, would be able to hyper target Kyle Pitts. So I love Kyle Pitts. I'm buying low on him in Dynasty. A lot of people don't like Kyle Pitts. So I'm high on Kyle Pitts, guys. Yes, sir. Grambo says, is he disabled? Yes, I am disabled. But I'm pushing through. I'm not gonna let anything stop me. So yes, I am disabled. I used to ride the short bus. Okay, so let's moving forward, guys. Kyle Pitts, love Kyle Pitts. Pick him up. I think this is a good year. You can buy low on him. If you wait, the value is going to go up, and you're going to miss out on the opportunity. Okay, let's go on to my number 5 guy. My number 5 guy is going to be Sam Laporta. Now, I know a lot of you do not like that I'm putting Sam Laporta as my number 5 guy, but Sam Laporta is my number 5 guy. I believe there's a lot of mouths to feed. I don't think Sam Laporta is a guy that's going to get you 18, 15 points every single game. But I do believe he's going to have boom games. But I don't think they need him to win games. I think these other tight ends are like the number 2 option, maybe number 1 option on their teams. Sam Laporta could be the number 4 option some weeks. So I don't want you to sit here and think that I don't like Sam Laporta. That's not what I'm saying. Guys, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Go to the top 3 dots in the top right corner. Click that and hit the like button. It's called an HBO special. Help a brother out. So yes, I don't believe Sam Porter. To me, I'm not taking him as the number 1 tight end off the board. I think that's a little bit too rich. Listen, could I be wrong? Could he be the number 1 tight end again? He could. I need to see it. So yeah, guys, be careful about drafting Sam Laporta. Zach Seaman. He says, in super flat leagues for round 1, would you rather take quarterbacks like Stroud, Lamar Jackson, or Amon-Ra, or Tyreek, or Bijan than quarterback in round 2? It depends. I'd probably rather go with the position because the quarterback position is so deep this year. The quarterback position is really deep this year. So to me, I would rather probably go with a positional player to get that stack. Nominees. What's going on, nominees? Appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. He says, are you doing fantasy football leagues? Yes, I am. What you have to sign up for as a member, and you can get into one of my listener leagues, but you have to become a member first. All you do is go to the link in the comment section at the top. I got it pinned, and become a member and sign up for the Discord. You can go to the community tab and get the Discord link, and I'm posting my leagues over there. I have a league right now. I think I need 3 more people for this league, but I got plenty more free Discord leagues coming. So make sure you sign up for that, nominees. Appreciate you being here. Alejandro, appreciate you being here. So do you speak Spanish? No, I do not speak Spanish. No, I do not. Okay. So let's go on to my number 4 guy. My number 4 guy is going to be Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid. Now, Dalton Kincaid, guys, to me, is going to be Josh Allen, probably number 1 target. I know a lot of people love Keon Coleman. I know a lot of people think Khalil Shakir could bust out. I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be the guy that I trust the most, him and James Cook. They was already in the offense last year, and I think this year the camaraderie that they have, I think is going to be elite. So I think the guy that I'm targeting, who I think is going to be a top 3 tight end, is going to be Dalton Kincaid. So yes, I love Dalton Kincaid. Let's see here. I got to get some of these trolls out the channel, guys. I mean, out the comment section. Hey, guys, Zach, let me know if you can hear me fine. Okay, let me know if you can hear me fine. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get this right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Zach. But yes, guys, so I like Dalton Kincaid. The reason why I like Dalton Kincaid, guys, I just believe this guy is ready for a breakout year. This is why they drafted him. They wanted their Travis Kelce. That's why they drafted him with an early pick last year. So I'm taking Dalton Kincaid as probably my third or fourth tight end off the board this year. Last year, a lot of people was drafting him kind of like they are drafting Brock Bowers early. I don't like drafting rookie tight ends early. I did Kyle Pitts. I drafted him as a top 10 guy, but certainly not as a top 5 guy. But this year, this is the second year, and they got rid of Stephon Diggs. Those targets has to be spread around, and Dalton Kincaid is going to be the main guy there. I think I won't be surprised if he get 110 targets like a wide receiver. If he can have like a Kelsey-ish type year. I think they wanted to transform this team into more of a tight end run offense instead of passing the ball 35 to 40 times a game. I think Josh Allen had a lot of turnovers playing that type of style. Parkside Exotics, what's going on? This is fantasy football. Okay. So let's move on to my number 3, guys. My number 3 guy is going to be David Njoku. Yes, guys, David Njoku. And the reason why that I love David Njoku as my number 3 guy, guys, I think this guy is destined for a breakout season with the build-up. I mean, this is his 5th year in the league. I think that Amari Cooper is getting older. I think Amari Cooper is good. I think the coaches with Kevin Stefanski want to draw up and manufacture targets for David Njoku. So, guys, I love David Njoku. I could be completely wrong, and I always tell y'all that about a lot of my players that I'm high on. But if you go and look at the situation and look what he did in the 4th quadrant, why would you go away from that? I know Deshaun Watson doesn't usually hyper target his tight ends, right? But I believe that David Njoku is going to be Deshaun Watson's main target. I think Deshaun Watson sit back and watch Joe Flacco hyper target this guy, and they win a lot of games. They won a lot of games hyper targeting David Njoku. So that's why I'm so high on David Njoku, guys, and I think he's a great value. I got him as my top 5 tight end. I actually think he's come off the board as the number 8 tight end. Zach says, in your hidden gems to target video from earlier, I got all 3 players, Zay Flowers, Njoku, Brian Thomas Jr. on my best ball team today. Yes, sir. Yep, Kelsey will be on this list, bro. Let's see here. Okay. So let's go on to my second guy. And Zach is always on it. This guy always following the content. Very, very intelligent. Always knowing the guys that I'm on. And yes, the next number 2 guy is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, guys, only reason why I don't have him number 1 is because of his age, and he's out there to win Super Bowls. Remember, you want to chase players who are going to be chasing garbage time points. That's how you win fantasy football leagues. You ever wonder, well, why did this guy beat me? And I had Travis Kelce, and I had Tyreek, and I had all these upper echelon players, but I lost in the first round of the playoffs. Usually it's because these guys have garbage time players that are trending with rookies, and they are playing from behind, and they're getting a lot of top points in the 4th quarter, where you got teams like the Baltimore Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs, and they kind of just, all right, we already made the playoffs. We're going to sit our veterans down at the end of the game. So that's what you got to be careful, and that's why I got Travis Kelce as number 2. Now, listen, the 1st quadrant, 2nd quadrant, Travis Kelce is going to be awesome. But as they start winning a lot of games, Vegas got them as a 13-win team. So Vegas usually are on point with that. They're not going to put them at 13 and only win 6 or 7. That rarely happens with Vegas. So I believe this team is going to win 13 games again. And Travis Kelce at the end of the year in the 4th quadrant is going to be like, you know what, we good. I'm not going to get hurt, kind of like they did last year. And you're going to be disappointed with him in the fantasy football playoffs. So that's why I got him as number 2. But sometimes, listen, everybody's not going to be great for you for all quadrants. Sometimes guys are just going to be elite for you early in the season. and they're gonna get you a good record, get you a good on your way to the playoffs. You have a really great record, and you might have to pick up somebody else to take you to the championship, and that's okay. So that's why I still want to give Travis Kelce his just due. Zach says rather have Kelce or Kincaid. Both players would get a lot of targets, but I don't think Kincaid. But I think Kincaid slightly over Kelce, right? And that's kind of what I'm saying now. The reason why I like Kelce, I mean I like Kincaid kind of over Kelce, is because he's younger, and I believe this team is going to be trying to put the point. But I had to put Kelce number 2 because I got to give him respect. Like they use this guy like no other tight end. But to me, I would rather wait and get Kincaid at his ADP value. That's why I tell y'all guys, rankings doesn't mean anything. Rankings is just giving guys their respect. ADP value matters the most. Zach says, fourth quadrant last year, Kelce stopped producing on my team, but I also had McBride on my team too. Right. Rubio says, take $1 billion booty Kelce over Kincaid. Yeah, I guess with his girlfriend, right? I don't know, man. I'd rather take Kincaid this year for the fourth quadrant. Yes, sir. All right. So, guys, last but not least is going to be Trey McBride. The reason why I'm high on Trey McBride, guys, don't you know the Arizona Cardinals, the offensive coordinator is a disciple from Kevin Stefanski? So Kevin Stefanski, guys, I know I talk about him a lot, but he's a great play action, tight end design type guy. Now, listen, he does use 3 wide receiver sets. He was top 12 in 3 wide receiver sets using Njoku. But they do a lot of play action stuff where the tight end is getting behind the linebackers. And if you watch last year, that's what Kyler Murray did. They came in to help Kyler Murray with a lot of play action, getting them outside on boot and waggles, right? So I believe that's why I like Trey McBride over Marvin Harrison at the ADP value. Now, Marvin Harrison is going to be an elite wide receiver. But I wouldn't draft him in the second round and depend on him to be better than Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith, these veteran wide receivers. I would rather draft these veteran wide receivers. Now, in the fourth quadrant, Marvin Harrison might be one of the best wide receivers in the league. But starting off, he's going to have to go through growing pains. You know, these grown men that work out every day is going to be putting their hands on him, even though he has a father who's been teaching him for a long time how to play football. I would rather go and draft Trey McBride to get somebody off this Arizona offense, because this offense is going to be a garbage time offense. And I don't mean garbage time as a negative thing. I mean as a positive thing. They're going to be trying to score a lot of points the whole game because their defense is okay. It's not garbage, but they're going to be trying to score points because this is not a Super Bowl winning team right now. So that's why I love Kyler Murray over a lot of upper echelon quarterbacks. Like, I'd rather fade Josh Allen than go get Kyler Murray, because Kyler Murray is going to be playing the whole game. He's going to be trying to target Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride. I believe Trey McBride will be used as a wide receiver. Greg Dortch is good. He's a slot wide receiver. Michael Wilson is in the second year. He's okay. But Trey McBride is the number 2 guy as far as how they're going to be using their wide receivers. Trey McBride might lead the team in targets some weeks over Marvin Harrison, especially in the first quadrant. But in the fourth quadrant, I do believe that Marvin Harrison will be special. I do believe that. Oh, brother, I got a lager. It's called Red Oak. It's called Red Oak. It's a special beer that they only make in North Carolina. They don't make it anywhere else. But let's see. So yeah, guys, my list. Number 5 is Sam Laporta. Number 4 is Dalton Kincaid. Number 3 is David Njoku. Number 2 is Travis Kelce. And number 1 is Trey McBride. Ronald, what's up, bro? He says 2 a.m. just getting started. Let's go, TD. You know it, bro. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I saw it.
I saw Justin Jefferson pulling out candy. Ronald says, you watched the new wide receiver show on Netflix. Yes, I saw Justin Jefferson pulling out Sour Patches. He wouldn't even go into the back. He was like, man, I ain't pulling out all my candy in front of everybody. I'm young. And when you're young, you can do that. You know, you can eat candy. You can eat what you want to eat. When you get older.
But yeah, bro, also, guys,
you know, I'm going to be doing lives like this. I might, because a lot of nights, guys, I be always focused and thinking about my channel, thinking about making moves. And I couldn't sleep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up and do a live. And I know it wasn't going to be a lot of people on here, but I don't care. That's what my channel, that's what my brain going to be. I'm going to be popping out lives and talking about fantasy football content all the time.
A lot of people are
sleeping on my channel. And I like that. It drives me, it motivates me. I trust my knowledge. You know I might not format the videos the way these other guys do, and I don't care about that. It's my channel. I know. Hopefully, y'all guys are winning. Y'all picking up some really good gems from me, and that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me.
I'm reinventing the wheel. I'm the guy that
from the country that talks about football, fantasy football. That people are, hey man, this, I don't know, what is this guy doing? And he needs a studio this and he needs to do that.
Please keep doing it. And I'm going to keep putting out content.
I'm keep putting out content and cutting edge content.
My players going to keep hitting.
Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown,
David Njoku, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff,
Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua. I wasn't on Puka Nacua per se, but I'm on Puka Nacua this year.
Let's see. Zach says
I got Marvin Harris. Okay, yeah. Wait a minute. Let me go up a little bit. Yes, like I said, bro, I watched the movie. I didn't watch it all. I watched a few little clips from it, but I will. I'm going to watch it.
Zach says
I got a Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride stack in a draft this week. Got Marvin Harrison Jr. at the 212. I've been getting a lot of leagues this year. I've been getting him in a lot of leagues this year. Yes, sir. Good shit, bro.
Good shit. Weirdo says way better
than the quarterback version. Okay. Ronald says, haha, JJ is a trip. Such a great series, though, right? Silver said, let's do a mock. Bro, I can't. I'm on my phone. I can't pull out the mock.
Maybe I do one earlier.
Maybe I do one tomorrow sometime.
This time
is good for the West Coast. Okay. Appreciate that, Stan Steves.
Super, what's up, Pimple?
What's up? What's good, bro? Kittle carried that whole show. Okay. Kittle is the truth. Steve, what's up, bro? Just wanted to say that if you keep doing your thing, God will carry you where you want to go. Go Lions. Yes, sir. Facts. Ronald says, yes, sir. Stay consistent and true, TD. The content is super helpful. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And I would say this, and
I'm not going against anything that you say, Ronald, but I haven't never missed the deadline for anything during the season. The off season, it's a guy right now. He's huge. He ain't did not one video the whole summer. Not one video. His name is Andrew Kirikoff. He don't do off-season content. Then when the first week of fantasy start, he started going. So I'll never miss my waiver wire videos. I never miss anything. So people can say just because I don't do a mock draft and you want to do a mock draft don't mean that I missed anything. That's stuff that's extra, that's just extra stuff. That's just stuff for me trying to do content, but I don't miss any content. And people put stuff on me more than they put on the normal people. So, I'm not saying that you, not saying anything against what you're saying, Ronald, but I'm always consistent. I got to start speaking up for my content. I think the players that I pick and they hit, that doesn't really mean a lot to a lot of people sometimes. Well, everybody's on that guy. No, everybody wasn't on that guy. Just because I didn't make a fancy video and it go for 20,000 views don't mean that I wasn't on my players. I got plenty of players that nobody talked about that got 100 views, 200 views. So I believe in the content. It's not the energy. I'm not an energy guy. I'm not just because I'm super friendly. I think the content of my players that I give out, that's what I do. I'm not trying to give you a Brian Gumble video.
Right. Appreciate that, Stan Steves.
Ronald Zach says, do you still like to take Christian Watson late in drafts or too many mouths to feed on an offense? I'm taking Christian Watson. If I'm going to get anybody off that offense, I'm taking Christian Watson. I take Josh Jacobs like the 4th or 5th round as my RB2. I think Josh Jacobs is a great RB2, but I'm not taking Josh Jacobs as an RB1. Christian Watson is a great flex play. I'm taking him as my wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2, depending on my format.
Rubio says people love their mock
drafts, not me. I think doing a bunch of live mock drafts gets your subs up. Right. Okay. I follow a dude that blew up after a couple years of doing that. Okay. That's good. That's good information. Bro, my mock drafts do terrible as far as YouTube algorithms. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I format it. I'm not going to sit here and say I got this super duper mock draft and nobody. But listen, you know what I do? I do give out the $5, and sometimes I feel like people don't even appreciate that. Like, I don't even want it. That ain't nothing. Like, I don't got to give out no money. I do it to try to show. I do it. The Flock Fantasy guy. Right. Yeah, I watch him. He's got good content, man. He don't hit on all his players. Nobody does. But like I said, I think my ratio is just as good as anybody. But that's why I quit. I used to do a lot of, I would say a lot of videos. Just, because I know y'all be like, well, TD, you doing the same players. I'm going to keep doing the same players. I'm not going to talk about nobody to do just to make content, and then when they don't hit, then it makes me look bad or whatever. And I didn't even believe in the guy. I just did it just to make a different video title just for somebody to click on it. And I'm not doing that anymore. I watch a guy, the Fantasy Football Counselor, and you know what? He made different titles, must-haves, must-draft, sleepers, league winners. But he talking about the same guys that he owns. He's not gonna talk about a guy just because it can be good for the algorithm. And I'm not gonna do that because I learned my lesson. I'll go back and watch some of my old videos. I'm like, why did I make a video on that guy and I never believed in it? So now, guys, what I'm gonna do is continue to make videos and talk about the guys that I believe in. If they don't hit, then I'm okay with that. But I'm not gonna make videos, and I'm not gonna find a way to make a video on. Let me see here.
Josh Allen.
Just to say people who like Josh Allen gonna click on the video. I'm not gonna do it. If my channel don't grow a certain way because I won't make a video about Josh Allen, that's fine. I'm not saying Josh Allen is a bad player, but I don't believe in him. I believe in CJ Stroud. So I'm gonna keep talking about CJ Stroud. I'm gonna keep talking about Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna keep talking about Colin Murray. So I'm gonna find ways to make videos about those guys. That way, when stuff hit the fan, when my data's pulled up, you might not say I'm the best communicator, You might not say I'm the best this, but my players are gonna be 70%, and I'm stand on it. If there's not, then I go and reassess and say, hey, look, I'm 60%, I'm 50%, whatever it is. I'm not gonna cap. So I just want to give y'all what's going on. I read the comments. I see the like button. I see some of the stuff that people say. Not saying it's bad. I just want to make sure that we being transparent, and I'm not getting on to anybody. I got great subscribers. Zach, follow me on every video, watch every video, comment, stick to his guys. He don't just say guys that I like. Rubio been here for years, watching me comment on my video. I think Rubio was one of the Rubio. You've been following me what, about 3 years now. Stan Steve's been following me for a long time. That's why he got the wrench. He's one of the goats in here. Been here since I started. Let me see. Ronald been following me for a long time.
At least 2. I like the
Counselor, Rubio. I like the counselor. Let me tell you why. Because see, tell me why. First, I'm gonna ask you this, Rubio. Why you don't like the counselor? I'm gonna ask you that because I think I know why, but I don't want to assume. I want to ask you why you don't like the counselor. I respect him. I don't agree with everything that he say. But I respect him because he beats to his own drum. So I want to ask you, like, why you don't like his content.
Zach says
Fantasy Football Council was the first fantasy football channel that I watched on YouTube. Right. Mine was the Fantasy Headliners.
Mine was the Fantasy Headliners. Rubio says it's been
A few years, but I thought he just put out a bunch of hot takes with no real analysts. You know, people say the same thing about me, Rubio. I gotta be genuine. People say the same thing. They say that I just say a bunch of. I promise you, they say the exact same thing. I had people that I was started off doing content with, and they said I just say stuff to make it stick.
But the counselor, you have to
Give him some credit. He's hit on a lot of big plays. He hit on Sam Laporta last year. He was big on Sam Laporta.
Let's see. But yeah, Rubio,
Rubio says at least 2 years. The flop fantasy guy, he does do a lot of mock drafts. He actually does a lot of not mock drafts. It's actually, what is that? Underdog. He does like money drafts, like almost every day.
But like I said, the mock drafts
don't do me any good. It's good. People come in and they draft on them, but it don't hit in the algorithm. I don't get subscribers off those videos. So that's why I changed it to a membership type thing. Because I'm not saying it's a waste of my time, but I just wanted to do something for the members. I wasn't going to necessarily do it to try to get subscribers. These type of lives I get more subscribers off these type of lives.
Zach Seaman says
the Fantasy Football Council was the channel that not high on Puka and A-Chain. Oh, right. And now listen, I respect that. Like I said, I don't agree with everybody on everything. I totally disagree with that. He was high on Jamar Chase. He wasn't high on taking Amon-Ra St. Brown high last year. He was on him as like a couple years ago in his second year, but he wasn't high on him last year. So, you know, like I said, I respect that. I just like guys that do it their way. You know, and I like guys who do it a different way, who, you know, have massive subscribers. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm not gonna sit here and say that my channel is better than these other channels just because they got more subscribers and they are weak. And I'm not a hater. But I do think some of my subscribers take my content for granted. And I'm not saying anybody, please don't feel offended. This is just me. This is how, y'all know me. Y'all been watching me for years now. So I'm just saying, just because I'm not elegant saying something with some stats don't mean my players don't. So this is what I think. I think a lot of guys, y'all take the players that I say, but then you don't. You actually wait till another channel say it and don't really give me the credit. I don't see in the comment section people saying some of these players just breaking out, say anything about it. Kyler Murray, if you go back, so I'm one of the first. I've been on Kyler Murray for years. People, Kyler Murray, I'm not taking him. He's a top quarterback. And he got hurt last year. He's got hurt a couple years at the end of the season, and his projections and his stock has went down because of them getting hurt late in the season. But he's a bona fide quarterback as far as in fantasy. A lot of other guys. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Tyreek Hill and stuff like that, because y'all know I've been on the players, but I was on Tyreek Hill. I said, hey guys, this guy's gonna break out for Miami. He's one of the big, and I'm not saying I want nobody to pat on the back, but these other channels talking about Tyreek Hill, that's old news to me. So I'm just not I think I'm doing more than just helpful content. I think I'm doing cutting edge content. A lot of people might know, how's it cutting edge? Because I put out my players and they hit. Do I tell you, hey, Tyreek had 8.6 yards per attempt on third down? No, I don't give you stats like that. That's not my game. I watch the game, I assess it, and I tell y'all, this is the guy that's going to get off. Same thing with Devon A-Chain. I'm not giving you he got 8 yards on third down when the linebackers was to the right of the tackle. Like, I'm not giving you that. What I'm telling you is A-Chain is nasty. I'm telling you from a coach standpoint, a guy that can watch that's been playing the game, know what it takes to be out there and play. This guy can play. He's nasty. Now, I don't hit on that. Like, I wasn't on Puka Nacua. And now I'm on Puka. I saw Puka play in the All-Star game. I know guys who can play basketball and do that on the court, and how they play football. Those are the guys. Those guys are nasty. Let me see what's going on. Zach says, yeah, you helped me with advice watching your channel. Yeah, you helped me with your advice watching your channel. Right. Take him this year for sure. Murray is going late. What he can do. Right. Took Tyreek, Amon-Ra, and all these that year. Right. And those are the two guys that I was on, Zach. I was on a lot of I was on those guys a lot. I also was on B-John. B-John didn't do that well. I wasn't on Breach, and Breach ended up hitting late, but I told people to trade for him and go get him late. But I said, listen, I'm not drafting him early. I don't think he's going to show out early. So there's a lot of context with that. That's why I'm not going to do videos on guys that I don't believe in, because I don't want it to be misconstrued. And also, I got to give context. Is he going to be a first quadrant, fourth quadrant player? Stacy says, in my opinion, you find players that people don't know about, so that's a risk that both good and bad. Right. But if you go watch my leagues, man, I win championships. Like last year, like I've been going to the championship a lot. I've been playing fantasy football for about 4 years now. Been watching football and involved in football and scouting for years, over 20 some years. But last year I won like 5 or 6 championships. 5 or 6 championships. Killed. Had a lot of guys that a lot of people wouldn't on. That's why I said, guys, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to follow me, and I'm not winning. That's why I got plenty of receipts. That's why I saved all my leagues. And you know what? I post them in the community tab. Nobody likes them. And I know I'm saying you gotta like them, but what do you expect from my channel? What do you expect me to do? Like, these other guys don't show you no receipts, and they make an elegant video and you love them. But you go and get my players that I talk about. And they don't just be no risky players. I know about what CMC is. Like, I draft original guys, but I'm like he's saying, Stan sees, I do give you some sleepers, but I do give you the original players like Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown, those big time players. I don't tell you to don't draft those guys and wait for some rookie and he's gonna be the first guy that I draft. No. You gotta know what my channel is. Nico Collins. I was on Nico Collins last year. Nobody talks about that. I was on Nico. I love Nico Collins. When nobody talking about Nico Collins, I hit Nico Collins. I won championships with him. I waited late. One time I did a mock draft. I posted it on the community tab. I took CJ Stroud as my first quarterback. Now, I didn't do that a lot, but I waited late to get CJ Stroud. I got killed. I told people not to draft Jamar Chase. I got killed. You can still find those videos. Nobody says anything about it. Hey, TD, you know what, man? You told everybody not to draft Jamar Chase, and you was right, bro. No, you don't see that in none of that. But when I talk about Jamar Chase, don't draft him. I don't know about that, and that doesn't help my channel. Now, if I'm wrong, you fry me. Like Daniel Jones. I talk about Daniel Jones in every video. I was wrong. I was wrong on Daniel Jones. I take that. I go down with. I would never run from that. But I don't think that my subscribers give me the credit. Some of them don't give me the credit of the players that I talk about. I think you come here kind of like, no pun intended, but it's kind of like it's kind of like a relationship where somebody is, hey, I'm gonna slide over here real quick before I go to my wife, or before I go to my girlfriend or my husband, and use, like, I'm not saying people use my channel, but you don't give me the respect that I deserve, the players that I hit on. And I just want to say that I'm not trying to come at anybody. I'm not trying to disrespect, but I know the players that I be on. I say I'm 70% right. Don't nobody vet it. Right, side piece. Don't nobody vet it. I would love for guys, please go vet me. And if I'm wrong, hold me accountable for that. But I'm not, because the channel is growing. Everything is fine. I'm not disappointed or anything. I just want y'all to know that. But I thought I needed to go. It's at the end of the live. I've already gave my players, but I thought that I needed to talk about some things to let y'all know, like, what my brand is. Let me see here. Okay, we got a couple. Zach says, I drafted Nico Collins last year in round 12 and 13 last year. Right. Zach, listen, hey, I know you, bruh, you been killing it. I remember from last year, the players that you had. Yeah, Nico Collins was easy picker. Well, nobody wanted Nico last year. Also, I was on Saquon too a couple times. Kazi says, I saw one of your videos last offseason about running backs who get honey touches. That made me subscribe because it was something I've never seen before, and I thought it was great information. There you go. And I don't want nobody to blow no smoke, but that's the stuff that I'm talking about, that I do, and I don't get the credit for that. And nobody talking about goal line carries. People talk about that now. I've been talking about that. Because y'all be like, why you want him? I said, I don't care what he's doing. I want the guy that's wanting the goal line touches. Now, I talked about Antonio Gibson and A.J. Dillon. I missed on those guys. A.J. Dillon has been terrible. Antonio Gibson hasn't broke out like he's supposed to. I go down with that ship. Those are a few guys that I've been off on. And I drafted those guys on all my teams. I still won championships because I had other guys. I was drafting them at the right ADP. And Kenny says, I definitely remember when you said Reap was going off, and I didn't pick him, shaking my head. Right. And this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm not trying to sit here and call nobody out, because it's time. I miss on players all the time. Well, I don't pick the players that I know that's going to be elite. Sometimes I go with the consensus, like a Justin Jefferson or something. But you watching the content, know what my content is bringing. And when you make a comment or whatever, don't, when you say, it's all energy, I think sometimes it could be disingenuous to my channel. Oh, I'm just here and I'm going live and I'm just got a lot of energy. No, I'm not gonna accept that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I wanna put my data too up with anybody. I'm not saying that I speak like I'm from Harvard. No, I know I don't. I'm a country guy. I always have been. But I know the knowledge of the game, and I put that knowledge with anybody. I mean, I got people, my family, they always call me for, football stuff, sports stuff, whatever. And I got in my Discord, I show receipts. Don't you know, guys, when I start showing receipts, nobody don't click them videos. They don't want, like, you would think they would be like, hey, TD, okay, you said you were 70%. Let me see that video I want to see those videos, man, because I don't know if you 70% TD. I don't mean any harm. Don't nobody say that. I wish somebody would please say that. I want to be proven wrong because I know the players. Now, what happens is my starts and sits and some of the videos that I make on players that I don't believe in, but I'm just trying to make content. Those players don't be hitting all the time. And that's why I'm not making no videos on guys that I don't believe in. That's why I keep talking about Rashid Shaheed, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Trey McBride, David Njoku. I'm not making no videos about Sam Laporta. Hey, Sam Laporta, guys, he broke out last year and he got this and this. No, because then if he don't go down, people say, well, yeah, you made a video about Sam Laporta that he broke out as a rookie. That's why I'm not making a video about it. I would talk about him. He's a good pick. He's not going to kill your team. You can win a championship with him, but that's not one of my players.
And look, I do the mock
drafts. Listen, y'all judge me hard. I'm always in a B+, A-. A lot of times I had the best team. I don't say a lot, especially early, and then everybody started taking my players. The first 4 mock drafts, all them players that everybody get right now, C.J. Stroud, B. John Robinson, Breach. I had that. I think one draft I had like C.J. Stroud, B. John, Breach, Puka Nacua. I had all those guys. First 3 or 4 drafts, and then people started, oh, okay, yeah, that's the team. And that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be able to pick up from that. But give me my credit of when I'm doing my mock drafts, how I'm doing, because that's my strength. My strength is not coming on here and giving you a big system. Like, I could go get stats, but it's a dull video. I don't feel it. I'm start hesitating. 3.9 yards per carry last year in 2023, and he also had 5 yards per carry in 2022 when it was on third. I don't do that. I'm fluent. Hey guys, this guy's nasty. I'm going with this guy. He's sick and he gonna ball out this year. I'm talking barbershop talk, but barbershop talk don't mean I'm dumb. Barbershop talk don't mean I need to be riding a short bus, and I'm not saying y'all said I'm being funny right now, right? But I'm just giving you that. So, but when you don't want, let's pick a team then. My team be hitting. My shit be right. People be sniping me. My own people come into my mock drafts, they snipe the players that they know I've been on. You couldn't say, well, TD, how's your player? Because you wasn't picking those players when we first started doing the mock drafts. Zach be on a lot of players. Like, even though we like a lot of the same players before I even made the videos, but a lot of other guys, you snipe my players, and I don't see you make any comments on the videos. But if I'm off on a player, you got something to say about that. But you don't got nothing to say about why you picking the players that you picking. You didn't came in here, took my algorithm, and TD just got energy. Like, put it out in the comment section. Show me some love. I'm not asking nobody to scratch my back, but I'm asking you to be real. Hey, TD man, hey bro, I come in, you got the gas. I'll be picking these cutting edge players. You got cutting edge players, man. I come here, I don't care nothing about you, bro. Yeah, if I want to go and see a video with some analytics, I go to Fantasy Pros. I go to Fantasy Headliners. I go to all these other these channels that have great content that format their videos perfectly and they're killing it. But you know, I'm the guy, I'm the mom and pop store that got the good food that's home cooking. And so I got to get my credit too. I might not be Red Lobster, or maybe like Red Lobster not do, but I might not be Texas Steakhouse. I might not be Longhorn. But I might be the macaroni and cheese from the mom and pop cheese that I got from the farm, original.
with
The roof is being worked on. It's a mom and pop place in the side. C-Quat says, what do you think of Isaiah? I love Isaiah Likely this year. I love Isaiah. That's why I'm fading Mark Andrews at his ADP value. I'm fading Mark Andrews, not that he's a bad tight end. Well, listen, vet me on this right here. Matter of fact, let me clip this. That way I'm gonna save it. Mark Andrews is not gonna get the catches that he's had in the past, but he's still gonna be the goal line receiver guy, the green zone receiver guy, where he's gonna get 10 receiving touchdowns if he stays healthy. But between the 20s, he used to eat. I think Isaiah Likely is going to get more of that because he's going to start off the season getting a lot of targets. I won't be surprised if they get Isaiah Likely a new deal this year before he actually booms.
So I like Isaiah
Likely as a second tight end to draft him, or you can just wait late. Don't fade all tight ends, stud your team out, and go get Isaiah Likely, and he gonna give you a floor of 5 points and give you a ceiling of 15 points, where he could be a top 10 tight end, or he could be outside the top 24. But you'll be okay because you got a studded team. But when he hit, you're gonna win all those weeks. So I love Isaiah Likely this year. Mark Andrews still gonna have like 65 catches, 10 receiving touchdowns, 700 yards, 600 yards. But Isaiah Likely probably gonna have like 45 to 50 catches, maybe more, for about 600-700 yards also. But with an A dot, one of the best A dots in the league. Zach says we were always snapping each other's picks in the mock draft. Right. You always snipe my picks because we own the most of the same players. We are.
Is he worth drafting
in a 10-team PPR? No. Depends on how many bench spots you got. But in a 10-team, no, he probably not worth it.
Who is your team?
I'm a Dallas Cowboy guy. Kenneth says, who's your team? I'm a Dallas Cowboy guy. But since I've been doing fantasy football content, I'm not really... I don't follow my team like I used to. I'm more about following the players.
So guys,
I'm gonna be here a few more minutes, but I just want to let y'all know, please don't take it personal what I'm saying. I think this was like to let y'all know what my mission statement is or what my content is. I think I'm just different. And I'm not, because listen, if I'm not gonna make nobody say, hey, I got great content, don't I? If I don't got great content, if I'm missing on players, but you're not gonna sit here and put other channels because they talk in a formal native tongue in America and say that my content is not on that level when I'm giving you players. Because this is what I say. This is one of the last things, because I don't want to keep drilling y'all, but I just wanted to get this out. And I'm also going to talk about this a little bit more in some of my daytime videos. But this is what I want to say. If a guy is giving you the lottery numbers and he talk like, some of them pick 11, pick 12, pick and he talk like that, but he giving you the lottery numbers and he's 70% correct on his lottery numbers, are you going to care that he pulling up the video on his bed and giving you the lottery numbers? I'm okay with going to get the lottery numbers. Now, do I want to listen to 2 hours of him just breaking out? That's why I can give my top 5 guys and I'm going. I'm not going to sit here and make no long live going, talking about different things, right? So I believe when you come here, I hold my top 5 players. Now, is my top 5 list is going to be exactly what I say? Is it going to be Trey McBride, Travis Kelce, David Njoku, Dalton Kincaid, Samuel Porter? It won't be. But what's probably going to happen, 3 of these guys are going to ball out. David Njoku, Trey McBride. Say Trey McBride is number 2. David Njoku is number 3. And Samuel Porter don't finish as the number 1 guy. He finished outside the top 5. To me, that's a win. I don't got to have it perfect to say I'm 70%. It's just kind of the players that I'm going down with. So I don't know perfectly. Nobody knows. But I know that I don't think Samuel Porter going to finish number 1 or number 2. If he don't do that, that's a win for me. If David Njoku finishes as a top 5, like top 3, top 5, even take top 5, that's a win for me. If Trey McBride finishes as the top 3, that's a win for me. I didn't miss on that, right? Because I can't be perfect. I can't give you the top 12 guys and they all finish that way. I mean, I need somebody. I'm gonna make $1 billion if I could do that. So I just want to give you the content, what you're listening to now. Don't take it for you know what? I love David Njoku. Guys, I like him because he got muscles. Like, come on now, that's not my content. Sequat says, I got one more. I'll let you go. Okay, I got one more and I'll let you go. Guys, I ain't got my glasses off, so excuse. I ain't got my glasses on. Go. Is Dalton Kincaid worth targeting early? Yes. As a top 5 guy. Zach says, you said your best ball dynasty league is a slow draft, right? Looking forward to the league. Yes, it's an 8-hour clock league. Yes. Who do you think about Evan Ingram? What do you think about Evan Ingram? I think he's a top 10 guy. And listen, man, it's a lot of good tight ends. You don't have to get elite tight end to win. You don't have to. It's not always the skin of cat. I think Evan Ingram is a good player. I'm not taking him, but I'm not gonna sit here and say he ain't a good player. Kingdom says, how early would you take Justin Jefferson? I'll probably take him at the 111 or 112 if he lasts there. I don't know if he's gonna last there. I'm not taking him above Amon-Ra or B. John or Breach. Not even over Jamar Chase. I'm taking Justin Jefferson as the last wide receiver. I'm taking Amon-Ra, all those Tyreek Hill, Puka Nacua. I'm taking Puka Nacua over Justin Jefferson this year. Zach says, I think more mouths to feed on the Jags with Brian Thomas and Kurt. I actually don't think it's that many mouths to feed there. I think it's 3 guys: Kurt, Brian Thomas, and Ingram, and Travis Etienne a little bit. Zach says, I think Brian Thomas would be the number 1 wide receiver to get the Jags, to get on the Jags. Right. Kurt is also a good pick later. Facts. Okay, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming on to the live. I'm gonna try to do a video in the morning. I gotta go get my hair done. So once I get my hair done, guys, I'm gonna try to do a video in the morning. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, guys. Appreciate you. Y'all be safe. Have a great morning. Peace.